What's good, y'all? Today's video is actually gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna do two chapters because last time I missed a video on the last chapter 94, so now we're just gonna do 94 and 95 at the same time. So chapter 94 starts off with, of course, Soshiro defeating kaiju number 12. I think it's 12. I'm gonna just stick with 12. And everybody's relieved, everybody's like, let's go. Soshiro beat him. I don't think a lot of people think he was actually gonna be able to beat him because he's kind of looked at kind of like lower than a lot of people because he uses the sword, right? Because nobody really uses the sword nowadays. Everybody uses guns, bro. Gats, Glocks, if you will, bro. That might be another reason why he's also looked at as vice captain level. But to me, bro, he looks like he should be a captain, bro. He should be a captain. But that's just my personal take. His brother starts talking to a little grunt, you know what I'm saying? His brother's name is Soichiro. Soichiro Hoshina, Soshiro Hoshina, okay? So his brother's talking to a little grunt, and mind you, his brother's actually captain level, so you know he's up there in the ranks. He used to spar with him too with the sword, so he might be cold with the sword, who knows? They're talking about Soshiro and like how he beat him, and like he's really saying like, are you gonna like congratulate him? Like he's up there, bro. Like he literally tapped in stronger than probably what you were expecting. And literally Soichiro responds like, nah. He basically says that he already knew he had that tapped into him because the kaiju went one-on-one or hand on 1v1 combat, bro. He went up close quarter combat, bro. He was like, if he would have stayed far back and started doing some attacks, it would have been a little bit more trouble. But because he did that, it was a mistake because Soshiro takes fighting like that very seriously. If you look at the other panels, bro, he literally always gets back up to fight his brother, always. So he was always determined to win when it came to fighting with the sword. Now that kaiju number 12 is neutralized, completely neutralized, now it's up for kaiju number 14. I think it is 14. Let's just get straight into number 14's abilities first and foremost. All right, his abilities are kind of broken. Okay, he has the ability to teleport. He can teleport. He can make a shield. He has 5 faces on each side because he's built like this big brick cube looking thing with 4 faces on each side. He can shoot lasers out of all of his mouths, bro. Sounds crazy. He can levitate, float, whatever you want to call it, bro. Do that. He's kind of OP. Like, I don't think anyone's ever seen a kaiju like that, ever. Like, I think that's the first ever kaiju they've ever seen that could do something like that. Mina pulls up on her tiger with the big rail gun. You feel me? She gets it ready. She's ready because she always ready. All right, she got to be ready. So she's just sitting on her tiger, you feel me, just ready to blast this kaiju out of existence. And she starts to reminisce back to when she first got into the exam, and like the first time she started, she was super nervous, but Kafka was right there and he was like motivating her, like, nah, don't be nervous because this is your first time. He said, I went 5 times, bro. I lost all 5, but I'm gonna keep going because I gotta keep it going, bro. I gotta Kip, bro. So that gets her all hyped up. She's like, yeah, all right, I could do it. And so they go in and she actually passes. She passes and he fails. Unfortunately, but in her exam, or actually no, I think it was during like a practice drill or something. She was firing one of the regular guns and it literally just blew the whole target away, went through like multiple buildings and hit a wall and was done, bro. Like, and everyone else's was just shooting the little targets and just hitting them, but nobody else's was just blasting them like hers. And I bet you she wasn't even trying to do nothing like that because the face she has on here is not anything like, yeah, I'm about that. No, she's like, what happened? Like, I did not mean to do that at all. She's literally apologizing. So they basically call her a super artillery assault specialist. All right, and the reason for this is because her output for like using weapons like guns and stuff is they literally say it's abnormal. It's nothing anyone's ever seen before, but all of her other strengths are like average or lower. So the only thing she can do is shoot. Like that's the only thing she can do. So she's a sniper at this point. In fact, she's so strong that when they put her on the field, they say she needs to output the same amount in order to destroy the kaiju, and they said it's the least amount of damage it would do to the civilians and like the structure and everything. So they're like, just do the same thing that you did when we was practicing, bro, because we don't need you to do full 100%, because if you do that, we don't know what's gonna happen, bro. You might blow up the entire city, bro. It might be over for everybody. While she's up there, she's very afraid because she's very worried. Like, she's the only one capable of doing something like this, and she needs to be able to pinpoint the same amount in order to do the least amount of damage, like they said. And all the fear is starting to set in, and it's starting to get to her head. But the one thing that keeps her head steady is what Kafka says when she passes and he fails. He's like, yo, even though I failed, I'm gonna keep going, so be ready for me, all right? You just keep going, and I'm gonna keep it up, and then we're gonna meet in the middle. And over the years, it starts to go through her head, and you know, after a certain amount of time, she starts to think like he's not coming, he's never coming. So she starts to build up a lot of resentment towards him, not gonna lie. And even now, she says that the fear still builds up inside of her, even as she's fighting kaiju number 14 right now. Now everybody's trying to figure out how to destroy this kaiju because it can teleport. So they're trying to figure out where the core is going to be at, and when it teleports, what's the perfect timing. So everyone's just trying to figure that out. And while she's just sitting there waiting, they finally figure it out. They're like, all right, so there's a moment in time where when it teleports, its core is vulnerable and it's not going to be able to teleport after that point. So you're going to have to get it right in that moment. She's like, I bet. So she gets ready, and the kaiju gets ready to blast directly at her. It blasts, boom, blows up the building. People are very terrified. People are scared, but ASHIRO gets out the way. She's on top of her tiger. All right, she in the air with it. She on the air, you feel me? She gets ready. As soon as he teleports, blast him. Boom. He's out of here. He gets one tap. There you have it. Chapter 95. Mina ASHIRO, the one tap queen, you feel me? She's just her, all right? She's her. She's the only one that can say she's her because she's her, okay? Anyway, let me know if you enjoyed this video. I will be doing a bit more breakdowns because the art stuff within this that is like really coming to my head, that's starting to make me theorize on some things, especially about Kafka, especially in this recent chapter, because some things that Kafka said, but that's for another video, okay? That's for another video. But like it up, you feel me? Give me some likes. Subscribe if you feel like it, you feel me? You don't have to. You could just keep coming back for it. It don't matter. You feel me? Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.